there was some question raised earlier and before the jury came in about the YMT video. He's in prison. He's in jail, Orange. Is there any objection to this?
He was just arrested.
Excuse me?
I mean, he was just arrested. So, like, they literally got to him before the former attorney in Harlan got to him. I don't think I'm objecting based on his wearing orange in that video. It's also like a minute.
He was just
30
arrested,
seconds.
of course, right? Okay, there's no objection.
I'll make
So
that point.
the fact that he could have been released after the video is, still out there.
I was going to say, I'm going to talk about the arrest as part of our reason for his innocence.
You let's speak up a little bit, Will.
We're going to talk about his arrest.
I'm going to talk about his arrest and how soon it was, so I'm not really hiding from that fact. Okay, all right. But I'm toying with the idea of asking the court for just an instruction, a one-time instruction saying that they're not to judge his guilt or innocence based on his outfit in the video.
Maybe not.
And then just leave it
All
at
right,
that.
I'll admonish him.
Just a
I'll tell
one-time.
him that right now.
Okay.
Okay, and so we're going to show the video at this point.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
all right, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. All right,
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Commonwealth is going to show a brief interview, I don't know how long it is, with WYMT, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. It's just a couple
It was after the defendant's arrest, and he will be, I'm informed, in an orange jumpsuit. You're not to make any, take any, or reach any adverse inferences, or have any adverse inferences over that. Obviously, he was just arrested, and that's what they wear. So that doesn't go to guilt or innocence in any way or shape or form. So please just bear that in mind. Okay. All right. We can go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll put the video up. Did you collect this from WYMT?
Yes, sir, I did.
And you paid them for it?
Yes, sir, I think for $42.
$42 for it. So this shouldn't work. Thank. Your Honor, if I may, let me find our assistant helper.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, I apologize. I'm adverse to electronics.
Well, every time we try to use electronics, something goes south. So, yeah. I've learned you can't really count on living up to your hopes.
We did practice.
We need young people. We need young people to help us with this
I know.
stuff. I know.
Are you plugged in?
You plugged in twice. Mm-hmm. We.
It's been in there if it's working every time.
She says put it number two.
She said it's, she wanna do it too.
That needs to be inserted.
I think that is, the system set up, which goes in
It
first.
picks up, yeah.
It changes on its automatic, so it's nothing that you've done. Yeah, we're gonna see if this works first. If it don't, we may have to get it.
Oh, no, it won't go there because this is a different kind of plug.
Okay, let me see.
This is
We
not-
had it up Monday.
Yeah.
Where's it at? In here?
You need the HDF?
HDMI. We got one.
Okay.
It's short. Short interview.
It's okay.
Going number two, Missy?
Yes, sir.
Two. All right, fix it.
Judge, I know, I just from Commonwealth, we've appreciated the hospitality here in Bell
I do
County.
too, I do too.
Bell County, and I appreciate everyone's patience that we're not accustomed to using this facility, but everyone's been very helpful.
Been very gracious.
I didn't use that the other day.
I'll tell you what, would y'all like to take a break? Yeah, I see the nod here. Let's just take a 10-minute break while they get all this set up, and then come on back, and it's almost set up, but take a break anyway. I saw a nod over there, so we'll be back in 10 minutes. Same admonition as always, Gibby. Don't talk about this among yourselves. Don't reach any opinions yet because the evidence isn't in, and report back to me if anyone talks to you about it. All right, folks. All right, be seated, folks. Anything to report? No. All right. All right. Let's go. We're up to the video. We got it up on the screen now. Go ahead, Bob.
So you can spell with me. But first though, you say your name and spell it for me, please.
Shelby Lee Shell, Shelby, SHELL.
And do you go by Shelby Lee or however you call it?
Just Shelby Shell,
Okay. And how old are you?
29,
And you live in Berea?
Right.
But you're from?
Harlan County.
All right. Just tell me a little bit about what happened today.
I took my wife to work and stuff, and I called my boss first, Lee, and asked him, did he want me to work today? And he said the truck ain't come yet. And I went ahead and took her to work and stuff, and I come back, and they said, what happened? I took somebody to the store, they had to go get something, cigarette store. And I come back, and I went and got me something to eat at Dairy Queen. Then after that, let's see, I was sitting in a parking lot, waiting on my brother to come pick me up, because we're going to spend a brotherly day, you know what I'm saying, how to, you know, I've been locked up all my life, and my brother's going to come pick me up, you know, and, because I'm on my way down there, I mean, I do, but I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to, it's too high on gas that way. I told him I'd give him gas money, you know what I'm saying, if he wants to come pick me up, you know, I'd buy some shoes and some clothes and stuff. He's got the text on his phone, you know, and he said, I can't talk right now, this and that, you know, like, because of that lady, but, he said, I'll call you about 13 minutes. He takes that on the phone, and so I was waiting on him to call me or do something, you know, and so I was talking to one of my buddies on the phone and stuff, but at that time, a van pulled up, and they was all camouflaged up. I didn't know what it was. I thought they was just coming from rob me, you hear me, for real, because I didn't know that. I seen guns and stuff, and I'm like, is this real? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe it, you know what I'm saying, for real, you know. Next thing you know, they was telling me to drop the phone and stuff, and I wasn't going to drop the phone. That was my wife's phone. They told me to get out of the truck, and they said, drop the phone on the ground. I said, look, man, when they said sheriff's department around there, there's a law then, you know, and I said, cop cars. I said, I ain't going to drop my phone. I lay it on the ground, you know what I'm saying? They said, drop the phone, like they was going to shoot me and stuff. So I bent down and laid the phone down anyway. They said, on the ground, you know, so I got on the ground. They said, put your hands behind your back. I put my hands behind my back. Then they told me to crawl to them, so I crawled to them and stuff. And I tried to ask them what was going on. They said they'd tell me. They never would tell me until I got here, you know. They kept on, we went from here to, I think, I ain't for sure where we was at, but we changed cars. They put me in another car and brought me on here.
So you had no idea you were coming from Harlan County?
I didn't know nothing.
And so once you realized you were coming from Harlan County, then what went through your mind?
Well, I didn't even know. I was like, you know, it's a mistake. They got the wrong one at first, you know, but when they said I got one phone, I'm thinking, well, it's child support. Why I didn't go to court, but I paid my child support, and already, you know what I'm saying, they called up, and they said, go and fax my paper, and I said, well, they ain't gonna come at me like that, no, you know what I'm saying, not that rough. Something happens, you know what I'm saying. I didn't know what it was, you know what I'm saying. They wouldn't tell me nothing. I was like, well, I'll beat it, whatever it is, because I'm innocent, you know what I'm saying.
How long have you lived in Maria?
Let's see.
Just for an estimate, if you're not exact.
Probably November 14th. I said, no, I got out November 29th. December 14th.
So just a couple months?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do December 14th.
What's about Harlan County?
Everett.
Oh, did you know, so did they tell you what they brought you in here for? They told you?
Yeah, they brought me in here. They said it's for, there was no charges and stuff. They said it was, first degree murder, first degree robbery, first degree arson, kidnapping, handful of physical evidence, burglary first degree, and Whitley County, possession of a handgun, my convicted felon. I didn't have no handgun. I mean, that ain't my handgun, you know. My brother had a handgun yesterday, you know what I'm saying, but I mean, I ain't right around the gun, you know what I'm saying. I didn't really, I seen it, you know what I'm saying, looked at it, you know. But I handed it back to, I'm not supposed to be an ammo gun, but I did anyway, you know, I handed it back to my right around them, you know, but.
So what did you think when they told you were charged with murder?
Oh, that tripped me out, Then I called my house. I tried to call my wife on first to tell her, you know what I'm saying, I said it'll be okay, I'll be in court, because I will, you know, because, I mean, I didn't do it, you know what I'm saying, they ain't got no evidence on me, you know what I'm saying, I ain't done nothing. Then my brother, he's from Whitley County, and that's where the gun's from, you know what I'm saying, they should be able to trace that back to him somehow. But anyway, I don't know, I called my stepdad, he said, well, Ernie just called and said, you gonna kill us all. I said, well, I was just up there yesterday, you know what I'm saying? And I tried to get him to stop by her, and he didn't stop. He said him and my stepdad was having trouble and stuff, and he didn't want to stop her, you know? But I said, well, let's see Mom anyway, because I come all the way in anyway, you know what I'm saying? I say Mom and Steve, you know, and the kids and the babies. But, no, I just called on my free phone call, I tried to call my wife and stuff, and I couldn't get a hold of it, I recorded where his answer machine on the phone. Then I went and called my stepdad and stuff, my mom, and they was going to tell me what Ernie said. And Ernie's the one I was with yesterday, you know what I'm saying? He gave me some gold for real, just a little bit pieces of gold, you know what I'm saying, mashed up, you know. I mean, and I didn't understand that. I sat and looked at it and everything. He gave me he said the diamonds. I don't know if it is not, it'll be diamonds. And that was it. And he said, I got some change for you and stuff if you want it. I said, no, they don't change. I got money. He said, no, man, it's old money. It's really worth something someday if you keep it. Might give it to your kids or something, you know. So I got it. And then he said, man, it's worth a lot of money, man, you know. So I went and put it in the house. And I put his jackets in the house and stuff, you know. And I went and grabbed his jackets and stuff this morning, threw them in a car. And when I threw them in the car, I noticed I had a box in it. So I'm dead nosy, you know what I'm saying? So I look, it's a box of shells. So I set it right down in the front seat. You know what I'm saying? I ain't let around him, you know what I'm saying? So I set it down in the front seat. He's on his way, supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Gonna pick me up. And when he does, I'm just gonna go ahead and give him his stuff, you know? He said, well, bring that money. I got a buddy who wants that money, you know what I'm saying? Wants to buy that money. And I'm like, all right, you know? So I run in the house, back in the house, because it's on cell phone, you know what I'm saying? I run back in the house, I grabbed it and stuff, and I set it up on the corner, you know what I'm saying? And that was it.
Were you in Everest this time last week?
No, I ain't even been in that. It's good. I got proof. I was at work and stuff the whole time. I work for a company called NICO, and I work for CQIS. That's the CQIS under NICO or whatever. But anyway, I work all the time and stuff. I mean, it's for a big company. They got cameras on there and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. No.
Did you know Ron the King?
Yeah, I knew Ron the King and stuff. The one I got the baby by, Tabitha, she used to rent an apartment off of him and stuff, down Eastbrook and stuff. I knew him. I liked Ronnie. I always liked Ronnie. He was always good to me and stuff, you know. And I borrowed $50 off of him not too long ago. Before I get married, you know what I'm saying? For real, just so I get my marriage papers and stuff. But it was more than that, but she ended up paying for it, my wife did, you know, and I went and got my check, you know, and I was going to pay Ronnie back, you know, when I come in from court the 20th. Ronnie had to come in for the 20th, you know what I'm saying? But that was it. I ain't seen Ronnie since.
So what did you think when they told you you were accused of killing Ronnie?
I didn't know what to think, for real. It kind of scared me to let me out, you know what I'm saying, for a minute, you know, you know, I beat it, you know what I'm saying? I will beat it in court because I didn't do it, you know what I'm saying? I know I got alibis and, you know, I've got seen on tapes, I've been places, you know what I'm saying? I've been to places at one time and I live out there in Berea.
You know, are you sad that Ronnie died then?
Yeah, I like Ronnie a lot. Ronnie was good to people. Ronnie was a good man. He really was. He was good to everybody. People, I mean, he always looked up to people, you know what I'm saying? He rented places out. I mean, women and kids and stuff that didn't have a place, you know what I'm saying? Ronnie was a good person, for real, he really was.
So you're saying you wouldn't want to hurt Ronnie?
No, Lord, no. I love Ronnie, man. I mean, he's a good friend of mine, you know? I mean, I wasn't that close with him, you know? I mean, just, my sister rented off of him a few times, and Tabitha rented off of him. He's always been good to me. I take the rent money in there all the time and stuff, and she would one, you know? And he'd always been good to us, for real. He was always good to us.
Did you ever know he was dead?
No, I really didn't. Let's see, I think it was my brother called he was dead, or either he called me or my mom. I think I called my mother's house and stuff, and my uncle went to Everest or something, then he come back in saying Ronnie was dead and stuff. And I said, oh, you serious? You know what I'm saying? He said his hands was chopped off, his arms and stuff, and that was horrible, you know what I'm saying? It really was, you know. Because I liked Ronnie.
Not even really for your family, they were all tied, brutal, tied.
Yeah. Taped up to a chair and stuff, his throat cut. That's bad, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I couldn't hurt a fly, you know what I'm saying? I might make mistakes in life and went to prison, you know what I'm saying? Before then, you know what I'm saying? But I was young and stupid now, you know what I'm saying? I've grown up a lot now, you know? That was back in 2000, you know? I'm never gonna mess up like that. I just ain't got out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I just ain't got married, you know? I was doing good, man. I was.
Were you ever married to Tabitha or just a girlfriend?
That was one of my girlfriends and stuff at the time. I got a baby by her.
Okay. I don't have any questions. Is there anything else you want to say or add anything?
Yeah, I don't know why my brother called my mom in and say that I was gonna kill her mom, and he took me to my house, and I'm supposed to kill her too, but we took her to church and stuff, and I got out of the car, I was gonna walk her up to things, but she said she's all right, so I nobody even watched her till she got into church to work, because she had to walk around the ramp and stuff. I love my family, man. I would never hurt my family. And I don't know what my brother's doing this to me for, I guess. So, yeah. I was living with my sister when I first got out, and anyway, I met this girl and stuff at some kind of store, Walmart or something. Then I turned around and found out she used to be married to my brother. Well, she still is married to my brother. And I said, wife, I didn't know he was married or nothing like that. And I got with her. I didn't know he was married. I didn't know he had a wife. And I took her to my sister's house, Andrews and stuff, and I called her and asked her. She said, well, I know her. That's my husband. I said, you said you were single, you know? I said, that's my brother, you know? And I felt kind of messed up about it, you know? But I called her and my brother, and that's my brother, you know what I'm saying? What's he think about it? Is he all right with it? If he ain't, let me know, you know? And evidently, I mean, he's held a grudge on me, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I got what he used to because he's wanting to have a brother day, you know? Now, but I was too. I was going to spend some time with him, and I had nothing to do yesterday. And my lady, she was going to work yesterday and stuff, and we were going to get the baby afterwards, but then my brother calls me and stuff, you know what I'm saying? He wants to spend some time. I said, well, you know, we're going to watch a movie or something, but instead we ended up going to Harlan County, you know? I don't understand it, you know? But I said, well, my brother did me like that, because I texted him today and stuff and told him, I said, man, thanks for doing that for me, because every time me and my wife always has an argument and fall out or break up for a couple of days or a hour or two, he always come get me, you know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't know why he would do me like this for, you know? I love him, you know?
After your degree, are we going to get like a fresh start, or what were you?
Well, I was living in Viper first, staying with my sister. I followed down there first. Then I couldn't get a job down there, so I went ahead and I got in trouble with Ernie's wife, my brother's wife and stuff, took me up there and right off and left me. And I got in some trouble and stuff on my foster, so I called my foster and I was telling them the truth and stuff about what happened and stuff. They got the TV and I let my brother talk to him and stuff, and I got to talk to him and they was like, well, they were going to move me to my brother's house. Well, my brother was supposed to get this dude named Dave or Mike or somebody to move in with him. And
Is that the video you received from WYMT that you paid for?
Yes, sir, it is.
Did you examine it many times?
Yes, sir, I watched the video.
And did you rely upon that as you continued your investigation to go down various paths, or as you mentioned your hand, various fingers to go down various leads?
Yes, what I could, I did.
Your Honor, we'd ask that the actual video be introduced as exhibit, Commonwealth's Exhibit 13.
Is there any objection?
No, Your Honor.
All right. The video just played will be introduced as identified and introduced as Commonwealth's Exhibit 13.
And of course, as the judge has admonished the jury, he's been arrested, he's in jail, but he was innocent then, and he sits here today innocent. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
But you felt it's your obligation to follow these various leads, excuses, alibis, if you want to call it. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, as best I could.
Could you explain for the jury how you did that, or what you did, in terms of any relevant information about his brother and things of that sort, and the location, whether he was at work, and various other statements that were made? Did you try to give the benefit of the doubt and look into those allegations?
Well, as he stated to me that he had been, he and his wife were on the way to bingo. I got in an argument, and they went to McDonald's in London. Contacted the McDonald's in London to see if they had any video, or if anybody could remember. Talked to the manager. I can't remember the manager's name. Advised if they had no video footage of the place. Found the receipt on his pocket or a faxed letter in his pocket when he was arrested. Had a date on it. I checked with the Madison County Public Library, got their video footage, checked to see whether or not the date on the fax machine was correct or it was off. The date on the fax machine was off, I think a day and some hours. As he said on the video, he was at work at the time of, he was not in Everett, he was at work. I contacted his boss at CQIS, Lee Miller, who informed me that he was not at work.
In terms of the summation of the conclusion of your investigation of Mr. Shell, what were the relevant high points that led you down to the final conclusion?
The statement from Ernie Shell obviously got me going down this path. The information that Mr. Ernie Shell had about the zip ties, that being kind of, I kept that close to the vest of myself. James Collins' statement, pretty much matching Ernie Shell's statement. The fact that Ernie says that they go through a road check. Saw some troopers. The trooper was working that night. I called him in. He said, "Yeah." I said they come through the road check. I kind of, led more support towards Mr. Ernie Shell giving me the truth. The talking to James Collins and him and getting the taped phone call, obtaining the search warrant, going to the residence and finding the items that I was told by Ernie Shell and James Collins he would have, that he had, that matched the description that the family had given me on the 18th of items that were stolen from the safe. Old coins, mine script, jewelry. I don't know if it was in a report or not, but I remember one of them telling me he had a Kentucky cluster ring. Putting all that together, with the evidence I found in the truck that's been introduced here, that's the reason I went down that path. It's been suggested Kevin Dixon was a person of interest. He was initially. I still have the items that we took from him on the first day. Those have not been returned back to him. The evidence officer was here. He had them here with him.
But you think you cleared him with the evidence that you got?
Yes, like I said earlier, you go down working a murder investigation, it's like palm your hand, you go down this one, and you go down this one, and then you finally go down one that takes you further and further and further until you get to the conclusion that we're at here today. I mean,
in your investigation, you listened to the statements that he made to WYMT reporter, and you compared that. Did you compare that with the recording from just a few days earlier that of him talking with James Collins?
yeah, just some of the mannerisms in the voice. You can hear Mr. Shell talking and he'll say, "You hear me?" And those two things are at the recorded phone call and the interview. Those two things are in common. When Mr. Shell is talking, you hear him say, "You hear me? You know what I'm saying? You hear me? You hear me?"
And in terms of the conversation that was recorded just a few days earlier, he seemed to have more knowledge about the situation, or a different knowledge, than in the WYMT interview.
Yeah, he told James Collins something completely different than what he told WYMT. That he killed Ronnie King by placing a pillow over his head and pulling the trigger of a gun.
In the WYMT, he talks about he knew Ronnie King, he was good to him, good to his family, good to his wife. He liked him a lot.
Yes.
You heard that?
Yes, sir.
And in the recording with telephone recording, is that the same Ronnie King as in your investigation that he called a stupid son of a bitch before he put a bullet in his brain?
Yes, sir. That's the same one.
There's been some questions about what you didn't do. About DNA. What, did you collect any evidence for DNA?
Yes, the medical examiner collected a what we call a sexual assault kit, which basically takes in evidence from the person. It's combed head hair, combed pubic hair, pulled head hair, pulled pubic hair, the underwear, different things like that. All that was sent to the crime lab for examination.
Was there any DNA evidence of Shelby Shell?
Was there any obtained?
Any that linked Shelby? Any that linked Shelby Shell with DNA?
No.
Were there any fingerprints?
No, we tried to get fingerprints from us. Sent the duct tape from the body to the fingerprint lab. The fingerprint lab itself came to the crime scene and attempted to gather latent prints. None of the items that I submitted or that they come and tested recovered any latent prints. It's kind of, CSI, you watch it on TV, they can solve 3 murders and a goat raping in an hour, but, real life, it's been 6 years to get to this point.
The fact that you didn't have any fingerprints, didn't have any DNA, didn't have a security camera showing the murder take place, did that change in any way your investigation and your conclusion that Shelby Shell killed Ronnie King as you testified earlier?
No, it did not.
Is there anything I haven't asked you about or Mr. Lee haven't asked you about in terms of your investigation that led you down this path to where we are today?
No, sir, not that I can think of.
Have you heard of anything in this court or anything at all in the years since 2013 that changes your investigation or changes your professional opinion of this investigation and the conclusions?
No, sir.
And what do you believe today in your heart?
That Shelby Shell murdered Ronnie King, robbed him of his belongings, committed burglary by not being in the house, or remaining in the house when he's not allowed to, and kidnapping by tying his hands and feet in his face.
That's
and
all
burning
the
his
questions.
house, arson.
Thank you. That's all the questions I have, Your Honor.
Cross-examination. Yes, we're ready for cross, whenever you're ready.
I'm sorry?
Ready for cross, whenever you're ready.
Yes, I just have to bring up my computer real quick, Your Honor. I'm probably gonna need to play that in a minute. I just want to make sure that works. Mr. Cornett, I think we're at the end of your investigation. So I want to talk about some steps and things you did in that investigation. I want to first start off talking about some things you did from the 18th until the 24th. Okay? So you interviewed witnesses. We talked about that yesterday and maybe the day before. of family members, right?
Yes, sir, one of the other officers, that assisted me, yes.
And people in the neighborhood. And then anybody else of interest, right? And specifically before the 24th, your person of interest was Kevin Dixon. Is that right?
Initially, yes, sir.
And you issued subpoenas for stuff on topics. I think I asked you that before.
Yes, sir, I think I did.
And you in fact got information back from Windstream about topics.
Yes, provided, I think there was a IP address.
And that IP address, I mean, I don't know much about 64119-74171 from Windstream Communications, posted 18th of February, I guess 2013 at 10:54. Did you find out where that IP address is?
No, sir, I never made it that far by the time we get the evidence organized and everything else through the investigation. I went down the path that we're on now.
Okay. You can search for IP addresses pretty instantly, right?
Don't know.
So if I got on what's my IP address, when I typed in that location,
Your Honor, may we approach, Judge,